Hi, my name is Cold Beer and let's start with Tower of Time. This is a story-rich dungeon crawler with innovative real-time combat that lets you pause or slow time. And here you have to turn on your brain if you want to succeed. And I mean it, every battle is specially designed to be a tactical puzzle, so it might be a bit challenging. Or impossible, depends on your IQ I guess. Well, you can always adjust the difficulty, but that is an instant insult to your brain power, isn't it? Also because of that, the game is really suitable for fans of the genre and not so friendly for new players. Tower of Time will burn about 50 hours of your boring lifetime as you enjoy handcrafted levels and interesting story. You'll also find thousands of pieces of loot and equipment. Achilles, Legends Untold. Here you will take control of a man with a really weak heel but with very strong everything else. The journey will take you to many different corners of mythological lands, where you will obtain powerful artifacts that will aid you in your quest. The game has a cool AI system that introduces innovative enemy behavior. Opponents have unscripted interactions with each other and are capable of coordinated attacks. Developers are also saying that sometimes your enemies are even taking advantage of their surroundings. Well, honestly, that should be mandatory in every modern game. If your adversary is ignoring surroundings, that is so old school. I think even pigs in Duke Nukem 3D could hide behind the walls, and the game was released in the past millennium. So Achilles Legends Untold is Souls-like, but not as hard as actual Souls games. Various Diablo-like action RPG lovers could play it as well. But of course, don't expect Diablo-like battles, here every battle is important. Well, at least they are made this way. If you played for example Sands of Aura, you may realize what I have in mind. It is a mix of genres, but I think it's really worth your attention. Killer Frequency. The year is 1987 and you will step into the shoes of a late-night radio talk show host. New in town and fallen from grace, the chief of police is dead, so the townsfolk turn to you for help, as apparently you are the only person in town who can run a phone line. The genre here is horror, but with dark humor elements. You will have to solve puzzles to save callers from being hunted down by a mysterious killer, or maybe there are more than one, you don't know. Every call you get here is life and death, and you with your wits and smarts will have to save the inhabitants of Gallows Creek. Well, at least you will try and probably fail. You know, the protagonist is as smart as you are. That's okay, you can try again. You will use branching dialogues to interact with a variety of eccentric small-town personalities, including potential victims and suspects. Explore your surroundings, gather clues, make decisions, solve satisfying riddles, and try to help each of your callers to survive the night. People who play the game are saying that the game is very addictive and fun. It has a very high review score, and there are not a lot of games like that in general, so it's a really cool and original title. Papetura. This is a handcrafted puzzle-adventure game made entirely out of paper. Along with atmospheric music, it creates a mysterious and unique paper world shrouded in shadow and light. Here you will live the story of a lonely paper creature trapped in a flowery prison. One day you manage to escape and find a magical being. Together you will have to face dark and flaming monsters, which will try to burn down your beloved paper world. The game is short, it will take only about 2 hours to beat. But that is okay, price is nice and positive reviews on Steam are above 90%. Here everything is made out of paper, from tiny insects, strange creatures and monsters to truly magical locations. You will also encounter interesting puzzles and beautiful animation. Game is suitable for everyone. There are no dialogues, just story and action. Showgunners. I was really impressed by this game's story and setting. Here, in the dystopian future where corporations rule, a brutal reality show is the hottest entertainment property in town. You play as one of the contestants driven by revenge. To win, you must navigate dangerous urban arenas packed with lethal traps and face off against hordes of heavily armed psychopaths. Every stage in Showgunners is handcrafted to create a curated turn-based tactical gameplay experience. It is heightened with the inclusion of a diabolical show director that can hinder you or help your opponents depending on your performance. This level design ensures that no two levels play the same way and keeps you thinking tactically. If this kind of show would be streamed in real life, I would be a subscriber, no doubt. Also, you can try free Showgunners demo version on Steam. A Juggler's Tale. In this cinematic adventure you will lead Abby, the string puppet, through a grim but beautiful fairy tale world. You will have to solve riddles, evade traps and run from various evil stuff on the way to find freedom. Game has specific mechanics, as you can see, and that creates unique puzzles you will have to solve. Well, not necessarily. You will definitely try to solve them, but honestly that is a matter of your IQ, so make sure you have one. You will have to find your way around obstacles, cross raging rivers, sneak through bandit camps and make it past dangerous traps, and in the process find out what it takes to truly break free from all strings attached. I guess there is a pun intended here. People who play the game are saying that A Juggler's Tale is a short, unique and beautiful game. There is no doubt that you will like it if you enjoy platformer genre in general. For example, on Steam it has around 90% of positive reviews, so if you like unique platformers, it's definitely a good choice. If you are in doubt, you can try it by playing a free demo version. Blasphemous 2. Awakened in a strange new land and displaced from your final resting place, you thrust back into the endless cycle of life, death and resurrection. There is no other option than to explore this perilous new world and uncover its long-forgotten secrets. There is nothing game-changing or very innovative in the second part of the Blasphemous, but you know the rule: if it's not broken, don't fix it. Your journey starts anew in a series of enchantingly grotesque landscapes, oozing gothic charm and littered with unforgiving traps. How you tackle the labyrinthian world remains at your discretion. There is no wrong turn to be made, only scores to settle. Taking down your enemies won't be easy, but the game is offering more chances to customize and improve your skill set, along with several new unique weapons to wield, so victory might just be within your grasp, but probably not. GTFO. This is a 4-player cooperative game. Good news for you, since you are obviously short of friends, the vacuum of your life can be filled with bots here. Playing with them can be irritating at first, but when you learn their mechanics, it's actually quite fun.
Said every lonely person ever.
Oh, shut up. Of course, game developers still recommend playing with real people, since the game requires a level of communication and tactical combat, and a good strategy is necessary to win the game. Many of the creatures of GTFO are suspended in state of hibernation, so light, noise and vibrations can easily wake these sleepers up. Better leave your multi-purpose, noisy, vibrating flashlight at home, so if one of the creatures knows you are there, they all know. Be cautious when deciding on shooting. This game will truly test your patience, since it is a hardcore shooter and it doesn't have a difficulty setting. Although despite the fact that the graphics and atmosphere are amazing, GTFO can become quite repetitive rather quickly. The Invincible. The Invincible was written by Polish writer Stanisław Lem, the author of the very well-known Solaris. In general, I think that The Invincible should have been a movie, but I will take a game as well. So the plot of the book, I will try to tell you without spoilers, is revolving around an expedition who has landed on a distant desert planet, much like a Mars, but an itsy-bitsy teeny-weeny more alive one. And then bad things start to happen. Duh. All I can say that this plot is not a usual one where you land on some creepy rock and then some monsters start snatching your crew one by one. It's not like that. If you remember Solaris, you can realize that Stanisław Lem tried to avoid clichés and think of something more intriguing. So I can promise you that The Invincible is not a cliché story. It is really good, less psychological if you compare it to Solaris and more action-oriented. Also, if you played Firewatch, you will see where they took the inspiration from. Dragon Age Inquisition. While we wait for the next part of Dragon Age to be released, let's take a look what the last game in the series had to offer. Let's start with the fact that it wasn't completely oriented to the fans of the Dragon Age franchise and tried to be appealing to a wider audience. That they definitely achieved. Me and my wife, we played the game and we liked it. It was our first experience in the world of Dragon Age and we had tons of fun. My wife even completed it twice. The game was designed to be played using a pause function, but I can't remember ever doing that. I played it in real time all the time and I had fun. Maybe on some boss I pre-planned some moves, but that was about it. It is definitely not a game for a hardcore Dungeons & Dragons fan, more like a nice fantasy title for the masses. It is beautiful, has a nice story and you can own a castle. In my opinion, 8 cold beers out of 10. Just be careful, with it you must install EA Launcher. That is never cool. Thank you for watching, have a nice day and I'll see you next time. Bye.